Hi guys, it's me, Blushing Foreigner. Hope you're happy and well. It's been a while since I posted. I've been working quite a lot and pitching and traveling. So I was home in California, saw the family, which was wonderful, and had a week there, and then I flew back to Paris, or flew to France for some work stuff, and then came to Copenhagen a few days ago. It's fall here, it's beautiful, it's very chilly, but it's nice. And I was just at Magazine and the Christmas spirit has arrived. I bought some Gluck, which is the best wine ever. It's this hot mulled wine that you have around Christmas. It's early, I know it's November and we haven't even had Thanksgiving yet. Yeah, so it's great to be back with all of you guys. And I'll just get into the products. While I was home, I picked up Armani Maestro foundation and I give it 2 thumbs up. It's so fantastic. You've seen a lot about it. You probably know the concept, but it's a dry oil formula. And a lot of people are saying this is great for oily skin. Now I have super duper dry skin. So I thought, you know what? This isn't gonna work on me. I went into Nordstrom's and I got a sample. I got it in the shade 3. Tried it the next day. It was a great color match and I just was blown away by the formula. It's so light, it just interacts with your pores like magic, diffuses into the skin, creates a beautiful, nice satin matte finish. Within a few hours, 2 to 4 hours, my natural oils were kind of coming up and it wasn't dry at all on my skin. It actually became a nice sort of luminous finish after several hours and it lasts all day. It's just fantastic. I can't say enough good stuff about it. I got a sample for my mom. She's the shade 4.5. She's darker than me. She really liked it as well. I also bought my mom this primer by Hourglass. And well, I bought it for myself and then I tried it out on her and she loved it, so I just gave her the bottle. This is the one I shared before in a video and it's the number 28 primer serum. And I talked before that I don't use it every day. I do every other day. I use it every day and it works beautifully under this. I think this primer on dry skin works with a lot of foundations and I was leery about it working with another oil foundation, but this has oil in it. And as they say, like attracts like, and you want to stay true to the formula in your primer that appears in your foundation. So these two are beautiful. Love it. Yeah, so this is sort of a mini review of it. If you need any more information, you can write me below or ask me any questions, but it's expensive, but I think it's a fantastic concept. Try and get a sample and see if you like it, because it may not be right for everyone. Some people have noticed that it can pool up around dry spots. As long as I have my dry skin well managed, which I usually do, even though it's super dry, I just moisturize the hell out of it at night and in the morning. So it's just worked beautifully with this, and I think it's a great concept. I think we're going to be seeing in a few months L'Oreal make a version of this, and other brands are going to jump on the bandwagon, I'm sure, especially since L'Oreal owned Armani. You know, don't quote me on that. I have no idea if L'Oreal is doing that, but I'm sure that this is the new formula that we should all be thinking about. First it was mineral makeup and all these other formulas, but this is fantastic. Okay, enough of that. I've also been enjoying my Laura Mercier Secret Concealer, which I've had for a while. I haven't talked much about it. I have it in the shade 1. I've been using it every day. I've used the Bobbi Brown Creamy Concealer. I've used Eve Pearl. Loved those all. The problem I have with creamy concealers is transfer with my mascara on my lower lashes. So to manage that, I got this Makeup Forever HD powder. And I got the small bottle of it at Sephora and I really like it. It actually does a good job of keeping this from staying too wet and transferring with my mascara. So I've used Powder Floss before and I was lamenting to all of you how they discontinued that product. I think you can still buy it online, but I'm not able to buy very much online because I use a foreign credit card. So if I were to buy it in the US with my foreign credit card, it can be a problem. So this is very good, and I think for what I use it for, which is strictly like right here and then under my eyes to set my concealer, it's quite good. So I've been using that a lot. Aqua Brow, I mentioned this before. I went back and got a lighter shade. I had 15 and now I have 10 as well, which I think is the right color for blondes like me. Blondes like me. So yeah, that's what I'm using on my brows right now. It's just great. You really get a good HD brow with it. You just use the tiniest amount. So this will probably last you your whole life if it doesn't dry out. It stays on all day. It's waterproof and it's a good color. It's a nice cool brown, not brown, it's a light beigey color. So very nice, using that a lot. Okay, a few products I got early October or late September. I got a facial over at the spa, CompleteMe. Fantastic spa. It's definitely my favorite spa in Copenhagen. If you need a good facial, you can write me or ask me and I'll tell you who I go to there. I just started going there. I bought products there before, but I've never gotten treatments there. But it's very nice. And if you are a foreigner living in Denmark and you're kind of, you know, concerned about does it work the same way as where you're from, I know a lot of Americans go there because they just do it the best. I think they're the most international and they do a good job. So I got 2 products from Tromborg, which is, I'm saying it wrong, it's Tromborg, and it's a Danish brand. It was started several years ago by a Danish woman named Maestro Tromborg, and she is Denmark's Bobbi Brown. She is the preeminent makeup artist. She's just very cool. I like her concept. I like her business savvy. She's someone I respect. I've never met her, but I just have watched some videos on YouTube and I think she's just sweet. And what I like about Tromborg, the line, is that it captures the essence of Danish makeup, which is very sheer, very natural. She's not into crazy colors or overly intense pigments on her shadows, and it's just very sheer, but it's not so sheer where you're like, okay, where's the product? Like, what the heck? Why am I putting this eyeshadow on and it's barely there? I don't like that kind of sheer, but what I like are these 2 shadows that just, you know, are buildable and very, very natural. So the first color I got is Velvet, and that's a taupe, and then I got Sirocco, which is a coppery brown. A very light coppery brown. This is Velvet, and this here on my middle finger is Sirocco. So here you'll find Velvet, and this is Sirocco. As you can see, the Velvet is very sheer. I've been using the color Velvet all over my eye up to the crease, and then in the crease I'm using the brown shade. The 2 just work together beautifully. I wouldn't have thought a sort of purpley taupe gray color would work so well with this, but the 2 are just beautiful when you blend them together, and it's a very natural eye look. And it's got some like adventure to it as well. It can look smoky if you layer it. I can do a sheer wash of it and it looks just natural, or I can deepen it with some more layers, and it's so beautiful. I'm really impressed by those eyeshadows. So I know you can't get Tromborg all over the world, but I think there could be a website and I can try and give you all the information about it. So I'm wearing those 2 on my eyes right now, and I'm also using this eyeliner that I got at Sephora. I'm doing a very thick swatch. So this is the Caligraphy eyeliner by Hourglass. I cannot talk. And it's in the shade Cognac. It's right here. What I've been doing is wearing my 2 eyeshadows and then just using this on that, maybe halfway on my eyelid, starting there and then going out, maybe doing a tiny little wing. It's a nice natural brown. I really like this eyeliner, so I've been using this almost every day. It's very good. Another item I picked up while traveling was this Laura Mercier product, and it's the Caviar stick. I got this with Barbara, who's a subscriber, who is the sweetest person ever, and we met up in Brussels, which is where she lives. And I knew she was from there, and I love it when you guys tell me about your life or share your blog or say hi on Twitter. I try and, you know, connect and all that stuff. So Barbara and I met up in Brussels, and I was just there for my birthday weekend with my husband, and we got some coffee and then we went shopping, and it was so much fun, and she was just so sweet and helpful to me also in sharing like the good stuff there. So we found this beauty store, this perfume store as well that she really likes. And we spent a lot of time at the Laura Mercier counter. And that's the color I bought in the Caviar stick. And it's the shade Amethyst. And for some reason, I'm really into tones like this right now. It's very similar to the eyeshadow I got in Velvet. So I really like this. The only issue I have is my eyelids kind of sweat when I'm wearing this. Like it gets a bit wet feeling. I don't know if that's just me. For some reason I have some issues with Laura Mercier. There's something in her products that sometimes my skin reacts to. And I have like skin like steel. I have really unsensitive skin. So I love this color. I need to give it another go. I've been wearing it quite a bit. Not quite a bit. I've been wearing it several times and I like it. I just need to figure out how I can create a barrier. And I actually use a primer underneath as well and it still happens. So interesting product. Last thing is this Tarantino eyeliner. That's very good as well. It's another brown. I just put it right here. I got this at Sephora on sale because they're phasing out this brand, Tarantino. I'd heard some good things about this from Christine, Timtalia.com. She really likes this eyeliner formula and I can see why. It's so creamy, it's long wearing. It's a hyperliner, she calls it. Oh, it's waterproof. So excellent, excellent. My one regret is this item I bought at Sephora. It's by Hourglass and it's the Aura Sheer Cheek Stain. And it looks like this. I'm wearing it right now. It is a nice blush. Comes out like this. It's a pretty color. It's corally, it's right there. It's very sheer when you blend it out. I use my Real Techniques contour brush to smooth it out. My problem is it's kind of boring. Like it's fine, it works okay. This thing was very, very expensive. It's not quite as good as my Posy Tin. I think that has a slightly more natural, more fun color. It's sheer, it's fine. It's just hard to get very excited about it. And the packaging, furthermore, I find a bit cheap. It's just straight up plastic. It has nothing magical about it. And when you're paying so much, when you're paying a premium for a product, and Hourglass is one of the most expensive lines that they carry at Sephora, you should be getting a little extra, and you definitely pay for packaging in the cosmetics industry. So I'm wondering if they made a blush, a sheer liquid blush, that is the same liquid blush you find in a lot of lines, and a lot of these makeup cosmetics come from the same factories. This one's in Japan. I don't know if, you know, where in Japan, and I don't know if they make other lines, but I can tell you that they're making a ton of money by having cheap packaging, a very expensive product, and there's a discrepancy there in my opinion. So I don't hate it, I just think that this isn't a good value for money purchase at all. It's fine, but I don't recommend it. It's the color Petal. And so yeah, I mean, Hourglass is a great line, and I have 3 products from them, and I think, you know, most of them are very good, but this one they missed the boat on. So that's just my opinion. Okay, I'm gonna get going now. My husband will be home soon. He's watching a football game, European football, so that's soccer for us Americans. I wanted to tell you guys, if you live here in Denmark, maybe I should say this in Danish, because I don't want. Jeg vil blive interviewet på TV2, Johannes Langkilde, på tirsdag 6. november. Vi vil tale om amerikansk valg, elektionen. Jeg er lidt nervøs, men jeg håber det skal være interessant. Det er TV2 klokken 21:30. Okay, vi ses. Tak skal du have. Thank you everyone for watching. Yeah, see you soon. Hi, hi.